Hello, my fellow adventurers. Susie the Sawyer here, coming to you from Life in the Woods Renaissance. And today I'm bringing you another tip and help video. Today we're going to be talking about exploring. So I feel like besides food, which we discussed last week, this is really the second most important thing you need to know about for life in the woods, because really you're going to be doing two main things in this game, and that is exploring and then trying to feed yourself all the time. So today I kind of want to talk about some of the different things that are important when you're going to be going exploring. So let's go ahead and get started. Okay, so tip number one, out of all the tutorials and the help videos that I have planned, I just really couldn't find a good spot to fit this tip, because I wanted to give it to you as soon as possible because it will help you out a lot. So basically, after you have found some iron ore, and you put it through your furnace and you get the iron ingots, a lot of you have been noticing how fast your iron ingots, like you go through your iron tools, like they have no durability. That is because in this mod pack, there is a thing called refined iron. And in order to get refined iron, you have to bake your iron twice. So first you bake the ore, you get the regular ingots, and now see you bake the ingots again and you get refined. And the durability on this, you can't access the stats on it like you would in another mod pack that will give you like the durability of a thing. But it's supposed to be like triple or even quadruple like the durability of regular iron in this game. So refine your iron to make your iron tools, and they'll last you a lot longer. So, you know, for those of you who need to have swords and tools, which are important for you to take on an adventure anyways, so you might as well. All right, so next big tip for adventuring. We're gonna come over here. It's best to take enough iron with you to constantly be able to make shears. And you keep these shears on you at all time, and you shear all the sheep that you can find, and you constantly make beds. So we're gonna make 3 beds right now. And then what you do is, as you explore, you set these beds down when you need to sleep at night, and then you leave the last one you did, because every time you sleep in a bed, you reset your spawn point. And if you destroy the bed that you slept in last and you die, you go back to original spawn. And if you're like me, in my actual game, I am almost like 10,000 blocks away from original spawn. So it would be impossible for me to find my way back, like, without having a lot of trouble. That was an extra oven that I just picked up. So, all right, the next tip, and honestly, this should be one of the first things that you try to get for yourself, and that is an antique atlas. They are fairly easy to make, and you can make them with ingredients that you scavenge from ruins as you're first exploring. So in order to make an antique atlas, antique atlas. There we go. You need a book and a compass. So a book you can make, let's look at the recipe. You can either make with leather or burlap. We're going to talk about burlap in just a minute when we talk about backpacks. But burlap is used from jute. And we're going to talk about jute and jute fibers and burlap and all that good stuff. So get yourself a book. If you find a village, just break a bookcase, get yourself some books, and then you make a compass, which is super easy, 4 pieces of iron. You can also find this iron and this redstone while you're scavenging. So you have your book and you have your compass and you get your antique atlas, which is very, very convenient. And the second you open this up, it's going to become filled with stuff. And it is kind of like a sepia tone. There's no colors. I think there's ways to add colors. I've seen people who have colored atlases, and I'm not sure how they make their atlases covered. Once you get this, start filling it in. So right now, I'm going to add a marker. And once you set that marker down, you can actually change the type of marker. And what I've been doing is labeling where I set my beds down. And what that does is when I'm out exploring, if I'm really close to a bed, I can just walk to that old bed and sleep there as opposed to setting down a new bed, which actually, now that I've explored so much in my normal survival game, I have beds everywhere. I come across them all the time. If I come across them in the daytime, I'll actually pick them up and then and take them with me. And then say if I was to take that bed with me, I would delete that marker. And that's how you do that right there. So pretty easy as far as all of that goes. Next, let's talk about backpacks. Backpacks are like your best friend in this game. You can make them out of leather. So let's look up the backpacks. And then we're going to click R. No. Why can I not see the recipes? Okay, we're just going to give ourselves a backpack because then I think we can, there. It has to be in my inventory for me to see it. So a backpack is just 8 pieces of leather or burlap or any combination of the two together to give yourself a backpack. When you're first scavenging and looking for a place to live, you will find cows, and if you haven't found the ferns like this right here, then I recommend to kill some cows. It'd be just for getting a backpack. Okay, so let's talk about burlap. Burlap is a little bit of a process to make. First off, you have to find these 2-block tall ferns, a large fern. You have to break it at the bottom, and you're going to get these little jutes. So just get yourself a bunch of these. You can find these ferns growing naturally in a lot of woods. And you're going to get a varied amount every time you break one. If you break the top block, you're not going to get any jute. So make sure you hit the bottom. All right. And then let's come back over here. And what you're going to do is you're going to take the jute and you're going to make a block of jute. You're going to make a couple blocks of jute. Okay. So you take your bundled jute and now you take it over to some water. Okay. And then you're going to see on here, it's rutting, 0%. So that's going to take a little while. All right, so now you can see it's fully redded. It has changed colors. So go ahead and break it, and you are going to collect all of the jute fibers. And those look like this. Now let's go back over to our crafting table over here. So now you can take your jute fibers, and I think it's just 4. Yes, 4 jute fibers make burlap. So we're going to make a whole bunch of burlap. And then we can come in here and we can make our backpack using either the burlap, or we can make a regular leather one. So there we have a couple backpacks for ourselves. I know that while I'm traveling, I pick up a lot of leather just because cows and horses seem to die a lot in the wild, and you'll come across them and you'll see like leather floating around. So I pick up a lot of leather. If I see it, I pick it up. Otherwise, I don't really kill the animals too much. I did in the beginning though, so I'm not gonna lie. Like, I made myself like 3 backpacks out of cows when I first got started while I was traveling, because I walked so far from original spawn. I had to have these backpacks. So, really cool thing that I just learned about is how to make large backpacks, which are these right here. So really cool. You can either use burlap or you can use leather. Basically what you're going to do is you're going to put leather here and here, and then you're going to put string in the other parts, and that's going to give you this bound leather here. And then you can also do this with the burlap, and that's going to give you bound leather as well. And then what you're going to do is you're going to take this bound leather and you're going to put it in your furnace, and you're going to tan it. And the end product is going to give you this tanned leather. And now what you do is you go into your crafting table, you stick a backpack in here, and you surround it with your tanned leather, and you get a ginormous backpack. Now let's look at the difference between these. If I could quit dropping everything, that'd be great. Oh, here we go. So this is a regular backpack. This gives you, I believe it's 45 slots right here, which is more than you have for your normal inventory, basically, which is amazing. But a big backpack gives us so many, I can't, there we go. That's a little better. I had to make that bigger. Yeah, so this gives you 90 slots, basically, which is amazing. All right, so now the next tip, which is really cool. So if you shift right click, you can name your backpack. So we're going to name this one. We're just going to call it Valuables. So this is going to be the backpack we're going to stick like all of our ores we find, any diamonds, any jewels, any cool armor, things that are expensive. And then let's just name this big backpack Miscellaneous. All right, so now the really cool part. Shift and B. And this actually allows you to wear a backpack. And what this allows for is then for you to say, okay, well, I have a silk touch pickaxe. So I want my backpack to automatically collect all of these ores because I'm going to use my silk touch pickaxe to get the ores, and then I'm going to take it home and use a fortune pickaxe to give me more things. So now when I pick up all these ores, you will notice they're not in my inventory. They are on, oh, I wish I could show you. Here, maybe I can show you. Yes, they're on the backpack on my back. Okay, you have to be out of your inventory. Then you hit Shift B, and then you can actually pull this out. Then you can get in here. So if you have to, like, say you pick up a bunch of iron while you're out, like, and you find it in like a ruins location, you want to add that to your valuables backpack, then you just go ahead and take it off your back and then put this in here, and then you can hit Shift B again and put your valuables back, and these will still be in these slots. And so you can add these to different like backpacks, different things, and you can wear different backpacks at different times. So kind of really, really nice for that. Let's turn it back to daytime. And yeah, so that allows for you to automatically pick things up. That's really, really great for when you're mining, because you can also like pick up cobblestone, blah, 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 all that other good stuff. So pretty sure that is it for most of the tips. Oh, actually, you know what? One thing I did want to kind of cover really quick is ruins. In this mod pack, you're going to discover like a ton of different types of ruins. We've already come over here in my first video, and I showed you how this one had some chests that had some stuff in it. And sometimes in these packs, the chests are very obvious, especially when they're a building like this. The chests are going to be out in the open, and then like there's this other chest up here and some more stuff to take. So right here is iron. We're actually, if we had first discovered this, we'd be 1 ingot away from our antique atlas. So pretty sweet right there, if I do say so myself. But all the ruins that you find are not necessarily going to be easy to find the chest, but most do have a chest. Even sometimes the big trees and stuff have a chest. They're just, sometimes they're up at the top, sometimes they're up at the top of the, like they're at the top of the log, like usually within like the first few spots of like leaves on the bottom. So you're gonna feel like you shouldn't, because it almost feels like you're vandalizing like private property or something, but you really have to look for the chest sometimes. And like I said, almost every set of ruins will have a chest. So if you are at a place and you don't see a chest right away, kind of like dig under the thing. Sometimes different ruins are similar to like statues, and they'll be hollow inside. There'll be a chest inside. The Japanese pagodas, like the giant Japanese temples, the ruin or the chest is up in the maple trees, and then there's a second chest all the way at the very, very top, floating in the center, and it actually contains some amazing loot. So loot to your heart's content, and if you feel bad about destroying things, just put the blocks back when you're done, and it's that easy. Another tip is that Literally, if you're in a village and there's a well, there is nothing in the well. People keep saying that there's stuff in the villager's well. Unfortunately, there is not. There never has been. There is a well, though, in this mod pack that is a set of ruins, and it is like, when you find it, it's going to look like the other ruins in the game. So it's going to look like that little fishing house, or, you know, like same style of build. Because all the builds are kind of similar in this game. But there's going to be a bottom, and it's going to be dispensers, and they're going to be dispensing water. And generally, if you mine those out or mine a couple blocks around the well or something, you will find a chest with loot. So quit going to the bottom of the wells in the villages. There's nothing in there. I promise. Also, for those brave souls, there are water ruins. They're really, really cool. If you want to see what they look like, I suggest heading over to Vintage Beef's channel. He has found a couple. Not gonna lie though, they're dangerous to get to. These waters are perilous. There are piranhas and there are sharks, and both want to eat you up. But, oh, and there's also those one fish. I can't remember what they're called, but they have the lights that come out of their forehead, like a little rod or something, and it dangles and there's a light, and that's how they exist. And generally, if you find them, that means that there is a ruin close by, because generally those only spawn from a spawner. So if you see those, there's possibly ruins nearby. I have like this weird fear of water though, so I probably will never discover my underwater ruins in my game because I don't care. But there is actually a really cool set of ruins that is like an Atlantis type deal with an underground, like, or underwater civilization thing going on. So it's cool to watch other people find theirs, but that is not for me. So yeah, guys, I'm going to go ahead and end this video now. Please be sure to hit that like button. Maybe leave me a comment letting me know if these videos are helping you out at all. I'd like to hear what you guys think. Also, if you have any questions that you'd like addressed in another tutorial or help, please be sure to leave those down below too, and I will try to find a tutorial video that I can throw together to help answer your questions. Or if I can't fit it into a tutorial, I can always answer them right down and just reply. So like I said, if you like this video and you found it helpful for you in your own game, please give this video a huge like. And if you're not already subscribed, consider subscribing, because I play Life in the Woods, my own survival game, and I also do these tutorials, and then I do a whole bunch of other Minecraft videos on my YouTube channel. So lots and lots and lots of fun, and you should consider subscribing. You can also follow me on Facebook, Twitter, and Patreon. The links are down below in the description of this video, so you can check those out as well. And yeah, guys, thank you so much for watching. I'll see you next time. Bye!